Welcome to the second social media homeschool conference of 2025. And this one is a real treat because it's our curriculum show and tell. Be sure to follow the hashtag TikTok Homeschool Conference so that you can see every single video in this category. And I'll be sure to tag everybody else down in the description so that you can go watch their videos as well. I'm Rachel, a second generation homeschool mom to 5, and I'm going to show you all about teaching textbooks, why we love it so much, how long we've used it, and all of the ins and outs. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Okay, let's open up teaching textbooks and go over what's inside. I'm going to go over Math 3 because that's the lowest grade available. My 7-year-old recently started Math 3 and she's doing absolutely fantastic. So first, let's go into a lesson and take a look at that. Okay, so the first thing they're going to do, usually what my kids like to do, is view the wallpaper book. And this is fun because this is literally the background of your lessons. So they have so many different ones that are fun and unique, and they can win new ones, which they love doing. So let's see. Let's click on one. Let's change it up for them. Let's do the cars because the cars are so cute. They also have animated buddies here. Look how adorable they are. My son loves the choo-choo train, but let's just switch it to the ape. Okay, we'll go back and then you can check out your stickers. So anytime you get something wrong or right, you can personalize which stickers pop up. So you can see all of these cute, fun stickers. So right now he has all stickers on. So it could be anything from this little Bob Ross looking guy to a cat saying, what is he saying? Whoa, you can be on my team any day of the week. You got this. Just tons of encouragement. And they really love the stickers, especially with all the stickers on. Sometimes there are a few that pop up that they've never even seen before. And so they freak out and they're like, oh, come look at this one. Come look at this one. They love it. And I think the stickers are fun. They're very appropriate. The animation ranges. So it's not necessarily modern, but I wouldn't call it old or out of date either because look, we have this robot one here, but then this one with balloons is kind of like just a fun greeting. Great. And then we have one here, a guy playing a guitar that says bravo. But they're all different types of animation. So it's not just one kind. And then see, here's a cat here, just wow, and its eyes are popping out like crazy. But anyways, you could turn off all stickers and then just click on the ones you want. So there could be very few so they don't get overwhelmed or too excited, or you could just have them all on like my son does. Then from the kids screen, you can also check the hint settings. So you get to pick a sound that you want your hint to be. His is a cartoon laugh. Oh, let me turn it up so y'all can hear it. That's what he chose, but they have a lot of different ones. And then also from the kids screen, you can view your grade book, which my kids love to do after every lesson. So it tells you what lesson it is, the total number of problems, number completed, number correct, plus bonus if they have any bonuses. See, like there it says +2 because he had a bonus round. And then it tells you your percentage, including your bonus. Then it tells you the day it's done. So let's see, we can view each lesson here. Here, actually, let me go back. Let me get one that was not 100%. Oh, here we go, 96. We can view the lesson. We can scroll down and see exactly which problem he got wrong. And from the parent side, we can correct all of this and give them another chance to try again. So you can also view your ebook, which is super fantastic. And from here, viewing the ebook is, I mean, you can print it out. You get to print it out. So if doing the work on paper works better for your child, they can absolutely do it like this. Sometimes for one of my children, I've had to print out the paperwork. They do the problems on the paper and then just input their answers. And that's worked really well. And then, of course, you can work on a lesson. So let's go to a lesson he did the other day.
If Lionel has 2 10s and 14 ones, how much money does he have?
And see, oh, see, there's the hint. So you go to
You
your
can
hint.
think of 14 ones as 1 10 and 4 1s.
So that's the little hint it has. But see, we picked our little character, and there's our character. Let's go to the next problem. And these are all practice. You have,
35.
I'm going to turn this down. We have 4 or 5 practice problems after the lecture. So it starts with the lecture, which we can watch because it skipped that. And this is how it starts. And I'll just let y'all go over it real quick.
Where you had to add up bills and coins in your head. But sometimes it's actually better to add money on paper. Let's say we want to.
You can skip it here, especially if you need to go back and watch the lecture again to remember what the problem is. That's always super beneficial.
Right. What's 2 plus 6?
And I'll just kind of scroll through to show you it.
On the right,
like
last time.
It tells you exactly how to start it. And during this lecture, it actually has you answer some questions as well so that you can start getting in gear for the lesson, which I think is pretty great.
Need the decimal points in the numbers that you're adding.
So there we go. That is a full look at Math 3 and how my children go through the lessons, what they can access from this screen. And you can also get a full in-depth look at every single grade on Teaching Textbooks website. From there, you can also take a placement test, which I highly recommend taking a placement test because you never know. You might think that your child is not ready to start teaching textbooks because it starts at level 3, but they could surprise you. They could absolutely start and you just not even know yet. So now let's take a look at the parent side. Okay, from my side, I can get into their gradebook, change any settings, change the students who use the device, view the answer key and the ebook, manage the courses, and manage their passwords because believe it or not, sometimes they have forgotten their passwords because they've made them too complicated. So I've had to go in and change their password. And no, you don't need the old password to change it to another password. So I love that. So let's start by let's look at the change password. So whose password do I want to change? I'm just going to click on somebody and then boom, new password, confirm new password. That's it. Super easy. You can also change your password from here too. But first you have to get into it. And if you cannot get into it, then you can go on to teachingtextbooks.com and from there you can replace your password. So manage courses, it tells you right here how long each child has. And if you want to pause your course at any time, then you can pause it at any time so that, let's see, he has 5 months and 17 days left. If I paused it, it would pause at this time. He would still have 5 months and 17 days left whenever I unpause it. And this is 3 months total pause time left. So we could pause it for 3 months. If you feel like they're not going through it fast enough, or if you just need some time off, you can absolutely do that. So I really, really like that. Although I have not used it, I really like that option's there. And then view your answer key and ebook. So this is basically the same ebook that I showed you, but then you have the answer keys as well. And if you wanted to print this whole thing out, you absolutely could. I don't because it's a lot of paper and I don't need to keep this on hand. But if you wanted to keep it, print it out and have it, you absolutely could do that. And I love that option. So change students using device. I can click who is using it at this time. Since both of these guys are using Math 3, it has 2 students for 1 app, which is great because then I don't have to download an extra app. And you can do that for any of the teaching textbooks levels. If you have multiple kids in the same level, you could just click who is using what device. So if I only wanted my son to use this, I could turn Lucy's off and he would use it on the tablet and she would have to use hers somewhere else. But I don't do that. They just take turns. Okay, change student settings. What can I do here? Let's check Hank's. So here it has lesson settings, and you have all of these options here. And off, I have each lesson must be completed in order before moving on. I had that clicked on, but now I don't. Like if he wanted to skip lessons, it's totally fine, but he doesn't. He usually completes them in order. All of my kids do. That way they know what's coming next. So, wallpaper and stickers, you could just click if you want. So, all wallpapers, only simple wallpapers with no animation, or no wallpaper, one simple backdrop. So, you could make this super easy for your child if they get distracted by all the wallpapers. You could absolutely make it simpler for them. Stuff girls may love, stuff boys may love, or stuff for boys and girls. I let him choose what he wanted, and he was like, definitely boy stuff. And then you have your Wi Fi option here. And then we can get into gradebook. So we can get into their gradebook and see everything we could see from the child's side, except this side. If there's a lesson that they did not, let's say she got 0 wrong out of all this, I could delete the whole lesson and she would have to do everything all over again. I'm not going to do that though. If we wanted to view the lesson and see what she got right and wrong, so she got 2 practice problems wrong and then 2 of her problems that counted for her grade wrong. So from here, let's say she got like 8 problems wrong and she needed to redo them because she needed help. I could hit erase and I'm erasing just that one problem instead of erasing everything. I could also change her grade from there, but I don't like that. I would never do that. I want my children to work on the problem and master it before they move on. Now, teaching textbooks is a loop or spiral based program. And I love that because my children learn so well when you touch on a topic here, touch on one there, and then it loops back around to touch on that same topic again. So it's reinforcing those skills. But this one, I love that it touches on it multiple times. All of my children seem to work really, really well with a spiral based program. And that's exactly what teaching textbooks is. But I love that I can erase the problem, sit down with her or any of my kids and say, okay, what's wrong? What do you not understand? Did you just accidentally type the wrong number? Or are you not understanding something? It tells you your overall course average and how long you have left to complete this entire lesson because it is a 12-month course. So you are paying for a 12-month course for teaching textbooks. So you'll have access for 12 months. There we go. That is a look at the parent side of teaching textbooks. If there's something you're unsure about when it comes to teaching textbooks, please leave your comments below because I'm happy to answer them for you. And I'm happy to give you any advice that I can. We have used teaching textbooks for 4 years now, and it has worked really well for all of my children. In fact, actually, I thought one of my children, my 7th grader, wasn't doing too great with teaching textbooks. And I thought, oh no, now we have to switch and we have to find something else that's going to work for her. But turns out she just didn't like to do the problems on the scratch pad, which I completely forgot to show you guys. It has a built-in scratch pad. So if you don't have a pencil and paper, you can work out the problem right there on the scratch pad. Actually, I'm going to insert it right here. Okay, this is a new lesson. So I'm going to go to the practice and I'm going to show you the scratch pad. So from here, you have your very own piece of paper. You can draw on it. You can do, you really don't want to draw on it, but you can do all of your math right here. You can erase anything that needs erasing. Oh, my tooth look terrible. You can undo something. You can scroll from it. You can zoom in or out, whatever you need to do. And if you write whatever it is, you could just clear everything if you needed to. The scratch pad is especially great for when you're on the go because you can actually do up to 5 lessons without any internet whatsoever. And I have utilized that, guys. We have taken this in the vehicle with us so many times and passed it around. Each kid got to do all of their math right here with the scratch pad, and it has been fantastic. So, anyways, back to my daughter, who I thought wasn't working great with teaching textbooks, and I thought we were going to have to switch. Turns out the scratch pad wasn't for her. It just made things worse. But she does love to work out her problems on our big whiteboard in the schoolroom area. That has opened a whole new world for her. She can use multiple different colored markers, and it has been amazing. This past week, it's like everything is clicking again for her. And all it took was for us to just switch up how she was doing her problems. So don't be afraid to switch things up. Even if you think something's not working for you, try that thing in a little bit of a different way, because you may be surprised that that's how it works for your child's brain. If you have any other questions about teaching textbooks, please drop them below. I'm happy to answer them for you the best I can. Thanks for watching.